For today's Cyber CEO episode,
being a realtor, at some point you miss time. You're missing time to sit down and take care of your own database. Since the last months, we did a lot of smart plan to my database. This is all the help he's giving me. He's, a smiling person, very optimistic. He's thinking ahead of me. He's as well very proactive on it because we love to work together. He's not waiting for me to say, hey, I have a new task for you. No, it's like, I'm ready to do this. Are you ready? And he's asking me if I'm ready because he already thought of a new task sometimes. That is great.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Marie, how are you doing today?
Fine, and you? And I'm taking the time to wish you a happy new year.
Yes, happy new year to you too, Marie. And also being wonderful. Thank you very much for asking. And of course, for giving us your time. And you have a lot of things to do. So really appreciate you being here. Now,
Thank
to
you.
start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners, just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe we can start with, what's your role in the business, Marie?
So, my name is Marie-France Vachon. I worked in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. In July, I started my 36th year in the real estate business in Montreal. So I'm here since a long time. I went through a lot of different markets. I have expertise, and I needed, a virtual assistant to increase my business.
There we go. Now, first off, a lot of experience for you just in the real estate world. A ton of experience right there. Now, how about working with someone virtual? Is what you talked about earlier. Is this your first time to do it?
Yes, it is. I asked myself a lot of questions if I was ready to do so. And when I heard of Cyberbacker about almost 2 years ago, I was able to meet my Canadian director, virtual assistant. Her first name is Yvonne. We did a training across Canada, and she was my girl to go to. And I did really enjoy to work with her because she was methodical, precise, and everything. So she knew her business. So then I started to ask myself question, should I go to Cyberbacker to have my own assistant? My main concern is because Montreal and Quebec mainly, we're a bilingual province. So my main concern was French, because a lot of my client here in Montreal speak French. So, and I know that Cyberbacker mainly speak English. Finally, what I decided is to let go that fear of languages and to see, if, as I always say, if you don't try, you don't know. So then I reached out to Cyberbacker, and here I am.
The rest is history. How long have you been working with Christian, your Cyberbacker?
September. So it's already 4 months.
4 months. So a few months into the partnership then. Now, curious to know, we're going to talk more about your Cyberbacker anyways. First is what I have in line is talk to me about the hiring process. Before you even got to work with Kristen, you had to go through that. So how was the experience there?
Well, the experience was pretty cool because, the way you proceed is that you offered us an hour of interview with 4 different people. And what I liked about the process is because at Keller Williams, we have an assessment to be able to hire people, for teams or leadership. And the question that was, gave to me to ask to those 4 people were pretty similar to the KPA, to the Keller personal assessment. So I liked it very much because I know about the KPA. And so I was able to use those questions while I was interviewing those 4 candidates. And there was 3 men and a lady. And so I asked my question. I asked more personal question to be sure that there might be a connection in between. And lucky enough, I was able to, to choose one of them, because for sure that if the process was not successful, I would have been able to, interview 4 other ones.
Yes.
But the first time was the good time. So I choose to work with Christian. And I can tell you that up to now, I'm very happy with my choice.
All right. That's good to know. So how did you make the final decision, though, that Christian was the guy? Christian was your cyberback?
Well, at first, we do receive their curriculum, so we know their experience. We know what type of job they had previously, what type of knowledge they have about computer tools. And Christian was able to work with in the real estate business before for a short time, but it was enough for him to understand real estate. The conversation we had through the interview was really structured. I think it was a natural choice to go with him.
Natural choice. Gotcha. There we go. Now, talk to me more about him then. What are the tasks that you leverage off to him every day?
Well, one of the reason that I finally decided to hire a cyberbacker is to complete my database in 𝗙𝗃𝗃 command.
Okay.
So because it was not complete, and because being a realtor, you take care of your clients.
Sure.
You take care of your transaction. And at some point you miss time. You're missing time to sit down and take care of your own database. So my first task for him is to put in place properly my database, tag everybody, so we'll be able to start smart plan, and those smart plan to be efficient as well. So this is one of the main thing. And then for sure that we talked about the French, because smart plan has to be bilingual in Quebec. So finally, there's a great tool that exists that is called 𝗙𝗃𝗃.com. So translation with 𝗙𝗃 is very accurate. So when Christian is working on translating some text, he's sending me, the text to be sure that it's a good French. And then we go ahead.
Oh, so really he does everything, then translates everything, because as what you mentioned, where you are, everything has to be bilingual. Is that right?
Yep, absolutely. So and he's very proactive as well. He's thinking ahead of me, knowing the tasks that we should, do together. So yes, he has the list of tasks that we had discussed at first.
Yeah.
And like this morning he wrote me an email. Well, we're starting a new year, and what are your new tasks for 2023? So he's not waiting for me to provide him tasks. He's as well very proactive on it, because we love to work together. So and I think this is the key, is to find somebody that there's a match.
Yes.
And then when we do, yes, it's business. Yes, it's virtual assistants. But at the same time, if you don't go along, it's not a match. So it won't work.
Agree.
So I think that my choice from the beginning was the good one. And since the last 4 months, we did a lot. We did a lot of smart plan to my database in Canada, to my clients. And in December, he even helped me out to do a drawing to my clients for Christmas. So in French and in English. So and we're starting new smart plan for other countries to reach out, to be able to contact real estate agent outside Canada. So this is all the help he's giving me.
So he's helped you in tons of ways and a lot of tasks Now, I'd like to know more about the partnership because you already mentioned that there really has to be a match in any kind of
Yep.
partnership. So, how's it going along? How did this become a successful partnership between you and Christian?
Well, one thing is the training of the Cyberbacker company. They have 2 weeks of
Mhm.
being trained at first before starting to work with us. So those 2 weeks of training are, I think it's a key to
Mhm.
success.
Yes.
Because at the same time, they learn how to be coach, how to learn new tools, work in command. And then what I like from your system is you have to settle a calendar, like which, is it part-time,
Mhm.
full-time? And then every minute that he started to work for me, I'm receiving a message saying, I'm
Updates.
here,
Oh.
I'm starting to work on my task. And when he finished, I'm getting another email saying that, his time is ended. And what did an Excel sheet with everything he had done. So
Someone
for
will
sure that
report. Yeah.
for me to follow up, I know that he's doing it, and we're what I did with him with Christian as well is we have one Zoom meeting per week,
Oh.
so at least we can see each other, talk to each other, and see if he has any challenges, and if we want to plan anything else.
Mhm.
So that usually it's about 30 to 60 minutes Zoom. So that personal contact helped a lot because yes, it's business,
True.
but real estate is emotion. So you have to have that personal contact. I think this is one thing that I found that it's another key to that success as well.
Yeah. Just building on the partnership, talking, seeing each other. I think that goes a long way, is what you mentioned too.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely. And as well, with all the structure of Cyberbacker, I receive email, I receive phone
updates.
calls, I
Yeah.
receive text message, how it is, how Christian is doing. And we have as well like the KPA. So then we can follow up on his success, on his improvement as well. And as I said, I think that his own personality is a very proactive person.
Mhm.
So, and this is how it makes a great virtual assistant because he's thinking ahead.
Yes. Again.
So he's not waiting for me to say, "Hey, I have a new task for you." No, it's like, I'm ready to do this. Are you ready? And he's asking me if I'm ready because he already thought of a new task sometimes. So that is great.
There's someone who's very proactive and who's really there to help you with the business, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, one last question. For sure, Chris is going to be able to listen to this once we have this online and watch it, of course. I'd like to know, what do you like most? What's the top one thing that you like most about Christian, your cyberbacker?
I think that what I like the most, he's, a smiling person, very optimistic. His own wife has a business. She has a restaurant. So I think that fact helped most probably him to think about business as well, because he's helping his
Definitely.
wife to reach client. So client in a restaurant or client in real estate, it's still client.
Sure.
So his smile, his availability, his proactiveness for Christmas, just to give him another incentive and
Yeah.
as well to thank him, I did send him, a bonus.
Wow. There we go. Now we are very, very excited to see where this partnership leads to, of course, for the next couple of months. And again, Marie,
Yeah.
thank you very much for dropping by today. I had fun talking to you.
Same for me. Have a great year.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.